With the world in absolute chaos and drama, I'm going to be doing a series on spirituality, as I really believe it's the way that we need to be putting more of our emphasis today than ever before. As a matter of fact, I remember my first spiritual crisis, 1977. I had taken a year off from college. I was living on Captiva Island, Florida, one of the most beautiful places in the world. And I had been drinking excessively throughout the whole year with this year off from college. All we did was party. And one day I woke up with a hangover and there was something missing. And I kept saying to myself, what is going on? You know, I'm sad. I'm not happy. I'm on this beautiful island. I've got free time. I work in a kitchen. I'm going to become a sous chef. I love the work that I'm doing back then. But I am not me. The addiction had taken over. I wasn't feeling good about myself. And I hadn't been to church in, oh my God, probably 8 years or something like that. I was raised Roman Catholic and my parents had me going all the time until I was big enough to say I'm not going. But on this day, I needed something more. So Sunday morning, I drove 30 minutes to the only church I could find on Sanibel, which is St. Isabella. And I sat in the back. I didn't really pay attention to what the pastor, the priest was saying. I wasn't paying attention to anything. I was in my head trying to find God. I was trying to find, why am I suffering so deeply? Why is it that I'm on one of the most beautiful places in the world, taking time off from college, not sure what I'm going to do next, but why am I suffering? What is going on, that is creating this upheaval within me? And I stayed through the whole Mass, and at the end of it, I sat and prayed and prayed and prayed, and I hadn't prayed in years, for God's sake. And I walk out the door, and I don't know what happened, but there was this massive lift of pressure off of my shoulders. And within a few steps, I was smiling, and I had no reason to smile, right? I was in a crisis. I was being torn this way, that way. But the smile was real. And I sat in the car on the drive back to Captiva Island saying, this is the beginning of something new. I don't know where it's going. I don't know what I'm going to be doing, but I do know this. I need to put more time into looking at God or source or higher power, whatever word you want to use. I could care less. I needed to put more time there. And so in the middle of this party atmosphere and everything else, it started where I am today. And from 1980 or 79, when I started this work, until today, the world of spirituality has meant everything to me. And I am here now asking you, if you're in a crisis of any time, if you're struggling in a relationship, or if you're struggling with your connection with your purpose in life, or addiction, or finances, or you find yourself arguing, irritable all the time, let's work together. We have a brand new program, how to strengthen your spiritual path during these challenging times. It's only $75 per session with me. It's the lowest price we've ever had in our lives. And the reason I'm doing it is because so many people are affected negatively, and they're not sure where to go with their spirituality or with their higher power or with anything. There's 1,000 different forms of meditation, prayer, deep breathing. Of course, there's work with nature. There's work with emotional and spiritual journaling. There's books, there's videos, there's all this kind of information that can lift you from this crisis up until who you really are. That compassionate, loving human being, here to make a difference in the world. This program is going to be going on for a while. Join me at talkdavid.com. That's talkdavid.com. We have all the information there. It's incredibly inexpensive. And I want to do this to help the world. My whole purpose on earth is to do what I'm doing right now. And I want to do it at a bigger level. Join me, won't you? Let's find ways, and it doesn't matter if you're Buddhist, Hindu, Christian, Jewish, atheist even, we can work with your attitude, your emotional regulation. I'm David Essel. The website is talkdavid.com. Many of us are in crisis right now. Many of us are in a spiritual crisis because we don't even have a spiritual program to turn to. Let me help you with that. I'm David Essel. Have a beautiful day.